I am live. What is this you're watching?
Zombies 2.
It is me in the raw. I am in the raw, in the rough. I have no makeup on. I just got out of the shower. I just got finished washing my hair with baking soda and water. And I really need to do my shave again. Anywhoozy. Oh, 2 viewers. Hi, folks. Today I am just in a bit of a conundrum because here's the thing. I'm going to make my career choices regardless of what anybody else says. And right now, I'm working for a shuttle, and I'm making $48 in a 12-hour shift. I don't know if you know, but that adds up to about $4 an hour. Yeah, about $4 an hour. Plus, maybe if I'm lucky, about $1 tip an hour. If I'm lucky. I'm fairly new to this, but I'm very particular about how much time I leave. And I'm getting sick. I'm very particular about how much time I leave my child with to, not because I don't trust her, but because she hasn't been with me long enough, and we haven't gone through, that is so loud, through enough experiences together for me to, can you turn that down, please?
I did.
You're on the phone, not even watching it.
It's on our commercial. What the hell do you expect?
She doesn't need much time by herself, as you can see. Anyhow, that being said, there's a lot I have to repair. And that's not going to happen if I'm working from 4 p.m. till 4 a.m. and she's at school from from 7 or 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. So that being said, I said I was open for any hours, but I wasn't aware that that was all I was going to make. And I'm not that bad of a driver, but I'm still new, so it's difficult for me to make as much money as other people. That and I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, it's not quite what I need it to be. So, for those of you that have been watching my YouTube, you're very well aware that I have plans to get back into adult entertainment. Because I can do that from home. I can make as much as I make in 12 hours at the job I'm working now. I can make that much in 2 hours. So, my question to myself is, why the fuck am I still sitting here? Not doing what I need to do? Because, yeah. It's not about the stigma anymore. I could care less what people think. Like, seriously. Depending on what you're doing on your campsite, determines. Like, I don't know, my daughter wants to be my outfit designer. I've already discussed this with her. I'm very open and honest with her. There's no reason for her not to know. There's actually good reason for her to know, because she is 14 and she is at the age that apparently she's been exposed to more pornographic material than I have in my whole life, and I worked in the adult industry, and that is disturbing to me. So, that being said, I share everything with her. I talk to her about everything. I let her know what I was thinking about, and she said, okay. well, I explained to her my concern was that people were going to bully her or make fun of her or tell her that I was a whore and that it would be upsetting to her. And she said, Mom, they're just haters. They're just jealous because they're not as hot as you. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not sure that's exactly what it is, but I appreciate the thought. And so she said it's something that she could handle. It wouldn't be too much for her. She wouldn't be fazed by anybody giving her that kind of shit. And so I decided, all right, I'm going to do this. So here I am. I'm supposed to go drive at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, why am I going to waste my time? Like, seriously, I'm going to end up leaving her here from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. I get home. I go to sleep. I don't take my sleep aid because I really only have those 4 hours to sleep. Like, the 4 hours that I normally sleep without my sleep aid are really all that I have time to get because I have to wake up after I come home around 8. She goes to school. I have to get up, do the things I need to do during the day, and then that's just what I got to do. So I don't know. I really don't know. Hi, honey. What's Crystal? How are you, sweetheart? I'm just getting ready for my day, trying to debate. I've already discussed my decision to go back into the adult entertainment industry, but from home, not on the same level that I was. I was dancing. I was a dancer, and I was in a video when I was very young. Stupidly so. Nothing as per the contract was done as per the contract, and it's just ridiculous. Quite frankly, I was supposed to do a video with my boyfriend, and I ended up being gangbanged on camera, and it was posted on a fucking website. And that was not okay with me. So that being said, TMI maybe, the adult industry is a very dangerous industry, especially if you're working with amateurs that don't carry the same, but they don't have to abide because they have their stuff labeled as amateur. They don't have to abide by the same rules. I mean, they still have to have your permission for you to be in a video that they post somewhere, but unless you document your experience very well, they can certainly pull the wool over your eyes and do you dirty like they did me. So that being said, yes, I was a victim of, I hate to say his name, but stupidity. Anyways, I did work in the adult industry. Dancing, I worked at TD's West in Tucson, Arizona. I loved working at TD's West. I never had any problems working at TD's West. The bouncers were always great. The safety was wonderful. They didn't allow men to grope or touch you when they're not supposed to. We had a VIP, and they were still very strict about what went on in VIP, and I appreciated that because lots of times in clubs there's girls that do things that other girls won't do, and then they end up getting a lot of the money because they're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. TD's West did not allow that to happen. I appreciated that. They did not allow that to happen. If you were in there and you were making money, it's strictly off of your personality and your talent, and that I appreciated. We all did. I mean, I didn't do super well, but we all did well enough to be okay, and some girls did exceptionally well. I know there was a young woman who had a choreographed stage show, a little men's t-shirt with the Michael Jackson hat, and it was Michael Jackson oriented. She was amazing. Real talent. It wasn't just women out there stroking their bodies and shit. Anyhow, quite different from California. California, I only worked in California for like a couple weeks. I didn't like it. And at that point, I had been abused to a certain extent where I couldn't necessarily interact with men and feel safe. I was a stage girl. I was a stage girl, and I wasn't even the best at that because there was girls that were much better on stage than me, much more provocative, much more I was more of the pole art or the vertical dance oriented. These ladies were actually more sexual in presentation and more attractive to men sexually. Hi, darling. You in
I
your
don't
toes?
have shorts on.
Well, maybe.
Thank you.
There you go. Anyhow, so yeah, California was different than Arizona. At TD's West, I love TD's West. If I could go back to TD's West right now, I would go grab me a pair of shoes. I would grab me an outfit, and I would go right now, and I would be okay. I would not have to stress about anything. But I don't have a vehicle to get out there. I don't. What?
I was gonna see if that part was like covered.
Okay, anyways, I don't have a vehicle to get out there, but and there is an alternative. There's an alternative. I can sit at home and I can entertain men. I don't have to get naked. I don't have to get nude to be nude. I don't have to. I don't have to portray sexual acts. All I really have to do is sit there and be sexy and start little games like let's see. There's plenty of little games. If you go on there, it's not all about masturbating online and performing sexual acts for people. If you have a good personality, even if you don't have a good personality, you just get out there and be yourself. There's guys that will tip you all day long. You don't have to do private shows. You can collect just as much in tip money as I'm collecting in 12 hours of driving. And that's what's upsetting me because this is a small town and there's not a lot of people calling for the shuttle that I work for. And I wanted to mention this to the shuttle, but it's really not my place. I don't smoke cigarettes. So like, I know there's a lot of people that don't smoke cigarettes. There's some customers that do get in and ask if they can smoke, and it doesn't exactly bother me, but I don't like it, like because I used to smoke and it makes me want to smoke. I know the other day I smoked a cigarette at work. I think I smoked 2 cigarettes at work, but that's because I'm around it and I'm just bored, and so I'm just okay. Well, I'll smoke a cigarette. I don't come home wanting to buy a pack of cigarettes. I think I did when I get upset, but but I know a lot of customers get in, and a lot of the drivers smoke. A lot of the drivers keep their shuttles smelling fabulous, fan-freaking-tabulous, but sometimes so much so that it gives me a headache. And then there's others that just smoke like 24/7, whether there's someone in the shuttle or not. And some of that stuff kind of bothers me. But I'm not anyone that wants to bring that to anyone's attention because I don't want to cause any friction between other people. And so whereas it's an independent contracted job, I really don't have to deal with anyone else. But at the same time, there are still these things that bother me. And it's a matter of me keeping my mouth shut and minding my own business because that's for them to deal with, not me. At the same time, it does affect me, and I am getting sick. I don't like to be around so many people, although all the people that have been in the shuttle have been great. I haven't had any problems with any of them. I had problems with one not paying his fare, and I had to pay it out of my own pocket. But I mean, that obviously won't ever happen again because I know the address and I know not to take that call anymore. But still, the whole point is I'm spending all this time away from my child. I'm sacrificing my ability to have a full night's sleep and to remain healthy and so on and so forth. So I guess I'm kind of just on here asking, like, what's everybody's opinion on that? Like, honestly, I know a lot of people are like, oh, why are you exposing your daughter to that? And blah, 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 blah. Honestly,
I've been exposed to more in my life.
Right. I'm sitting here thinking, like, she tells me things that she's been exposed to. Like, she's been exposed to more pornographic material than I have. And I've worked in the adult industry. Like that,
other things sometimes.
that is so fucking ridiculous. That upsets me. That upsets me. And anything I do, like if she's here and I'm working online, it's obviously not going to be anything of sexual nature. It's not going to be anything that she wouldn't be able to see on TV. Like I wouldn't be doing anything that she wouldn't be able to see on TV if I was working while she was here.
Probably busy doing something else anyway.
Right, but see, yeah,
Video games.
I don't anticipate working while she's sitting right here just because it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's not like her and I, we talk about everything and we talk about provocative things. We even sometimes talk, like sometimes I'll mention my sex life just because that's just my daughter and we're growing up. We're growing together. She's growing up and I'm just growing. Like we're open and honest to each other about everything.
I got a chill sign.
Anyhow, I don't anticipate working with her like in the same room because it just doesn't seem like something that would be comfortable for me. Unless, I mean, especially at once, not once, but if it were to be anything beyond a certain level of adult tease and play. Like, seriously. Anyhow, the whole point is I go to work at 4 today, and I don't want to go. I'm sick, and I don't feel good, number one. Number two, I know I'm going to be around a lot of cigarettes, and I'm struggling today with needing my vape, and I don't have any vape. I don't have any vape juice. My vape is empty. I can't go get any. I spent money on it. Why can't I get to take a camera and a navigation back? I got a camera and a navigation system from the pawn shop. It's only like $20 for both, but the camera doesn't work on my system, and the navigation is like really super outdated, and the screen's messed up. So I got to take them back. But anyways, the whole point is I'm just debating on whether to go in it or not. And I think I'm just safer and better off just because I am still on the probationary period for the driving job. And I don't know. I just don't know. I guess I'm just looking for advice. So I'm sitting here as I put my face on. I just got out of the shower. Any advice from anyone? Shoot. Good morning, Crystal. I don't know if you're still there.
I say screw what other people think.
I'm not worried about what other people think. It's like, is it a stupid decision to leave a job where I know I have an income?
I mean, what you can do is go to work, like, until you get the whole other job settled.
But it's already settled. My account's made. It's approved to broadcast. I can broadcast right now. My account is linked already and everything. Like, for payment, it would be fine. I get paid the 22nd or I think the 17th and the 22nd. I just got to start clocking tips. I haven't yet because you don't go to school till Monday, and I didn't want to make you uncomfortable, and I didn't want to be uncomfortable, so I haven't. You know what I mean? Huh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. And then right now I'm just live broadcasting because I haven't been on YouTube very much lately, and yeah. Well, I have. The other day, they called me in. They called me both days. They called me yesterday, too, I think, to come in. But the phone was here while we were gone. I was like, okay, my phone's off, so, like, why am I going to need it? I didn't think they would call me for work. Again, they called me in. Like, I'm off 2 days of the week. But they're 12-hour days, 5 days a week. And then on the days off, they're calling me in. So, like, they called me yesterday, but I was drinking yesterday, or the day before yesterday. And I thought I could go in, but, I mean, no. Your stupid Sims takes up your connection is unstable. Please wait while we reconnect. Okay, well, she's playing her games now, so I can't really stay on like, what the one brow wonder. Woohoo. Okay. Should I keep it like that? Anyway. She's on she's on her game now, so it's probably going to keep kicking me off. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. But if anyone has any questions or comments down below, especially helpful comments in regards to being a mother and working in the adult industry, I think a lot of people view me as setting a bad example for her. But honestly, the attention that I get is like, and I don't really welcome it. I just blow it off because I'm so used to getting it. And I'm not saying that to be conceited. I'm not saying that to be full of myself, but a lot of times sexual attention is all the attention that I get. And it's the only area in my life where men and women have been approving of everything. And so why not monetize that instead of sitting here and having to bust my ass? I'm not really like interested in making a whole lot of friends that are going to be coming over and intervening or interrupting what's going on with me and my daughter. Like, I've missed 14 years with her. Put my other eyebrow on so it looks so stupid. I missed 10 years, not 14, because I had her the first 4, but 10 years with her. I've missed 10 years with her, and there's a lot of time to make up. And I just really don't want to involve myself with too many people that are going to go in and out of her life and my life. And there's no way for me to feel like anyone's ever going to stick around, like, except for the people that I have in my life now. Although they have their lives and they're not 100% with me all the time, they're still a part of my life, an active part of my life. Every day we talk, every day we text. And so that's like the only people. There's only like 2 or 3 or 4 people that I actually talk to every day. Anyway, that being said, yeah, and I don't want added extra drama. So people might think I'm exposing her to the wrong thing, but she already expressed it's not anything she's interested in now. Like, honestly, when I was her age, I was already wanting to be a stripper. I was already, no one knew this. Like, that was really my dream as a kid, was to be a stripper. And I don't know why I was never exposed to those kind of things. My parents were very protective as to content and
You're very unexposed.
right, underexposed, I think. Like we weren't allowed to watch a lot of shows because of their ratings. We weren't allowed to watch anything with sexual content. I remember having like hormonal reactions or physical reactions to a lot of TV shows we would watch. And I don't know if when I was younger, if it was normal or if I was hypersexual or what it was, but like as far as arousal goes and things, I would watch TV shows like Earth 2 was my favorite show. And every time Antonio Sabato Jr. was on there, my shit was throbbing.
Boy.
Oi, I was. And I was like 11, 12 years old. I had no idea what the hell was going on. But now that I'm old enough to be a part of that, like to be a part of a sexual relationship and to be even ever since I've started being part of a sexual relationship. See, I went through a lot of sexual abuse and sexual assault. And I just don't get aroused by people. I don't get aroused by people. There's one person I get aroused by, and that's the only person I have sex with. And that's it. I'm not generally aroused by people. Like, I'll find people attractive, but unless I've actually had an interaction with someone and I have something to base, I don't know how to explain it. Except for the person I'm intimate with now. Like, before we were even intimate together, and I think that's why I got so intrigued and interested in him, was because there was that arousal there. Like, it was foreign to me. It wasn't anything I was used to. Sex with boyfriends was always like a chore. I mean, except for Linnea's dad. He was one of the only ones that I was cool with in a sexual level, but I'm not going to say the only one because there was one right before him. It was like the sweetest man on the planet, the most loving man to me ever, and I like left him behind. Didn't deserve to suffer anything he suffered as far as me leaving and all that goes, but that's a whole nother story. But as far as and even he knew that I wasn't as sexual as most women. Like, I don't know. Anyway, now that I have 2 eyebrows. Now that I have eyebrows. Yeah.
So I completely screwed this up.
So that being said, the hard part is like calling work and saying, "Hey, it's not
really working out for me.
It's not productive enough for me. It's not giving me what I need." I don't know. I don't think it's for me. I really don't think it's for me. I mean, driving is for me totally, but there's not the income is not enough. The income versus what I'm sacrificing to get that income, it doesn't balance. Like, really, it doesn't. I really need to learn to contour because look at this shit. I do. I think I just have to bring the brown down my nose like that, and then just make a bright line down the middle of my nose, right? Do you have contour? I'm going to try this contour shit. Just hope I don't epically fail. Okay, well, I'm going to stop broadcasting for a minute. Thank you for watching. You're a trooper. I think, is that you, Crystal, that's been there this whole time? Thank you for watching, sweetheart. You're so sweet. Happy late Valentine's Day to everyone. I'm going to go try to contour my nose and see what I can do with this crooked, bulbous mess. I still love myself no matter what. Still beautiful. All right, thank you for watching. I'm going to end the live stream because she's on her game and I got stuff to do. I muster up the guts to tell them it's just not the job for me. Oh, that's a hard part. It's one of the hardest things in my life. It's like tell people, okay, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I can't do it. And that's been really awful for me. That's caused a lot of problems. That's allowed a lot of people to take advantage of me because they know that I can't say, no, this is really not something not something I want to do. So like, that's why I don't pursue a lot of interaction with a lot of people because I don't want it to be misconstrued as something that it's not. And many times it has been, especially with like Jeff Miller, because he would not leave me alone and he would hunt me down and make me miserable. And so I would stop running or I would just sit there and tolerate him because if I didn't, he would hunt me down and make me miserable. Like literally. He would literally do that. And so that's why I stopped like, my eyebrows are so crooked.
Mother, I love you.
I love you too.
I love you.
Okay, I'm going to stop broadcasting. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave comments down below, like, share, subscribe, hit the little ding bells. You can get a notification every time I randomly jump on and do a live stream
Because my mother's very good at that.
about anything and everything. And sometimes I'm drunk, sometimes I'm not. Actually, I'm not ever really drunk.
More
I do.
buzzed.
Yeah, I get buzzed. And when I get buzzed, I'm so comfortable. I just tell everybody everything about everything, and who cares? No boundaries.
That's my mother for you.
Because that's when I'm just like, why is any of this wrong to talk about?
Yup.
Half the time, there's nothing wrong with talking about what I talk about, but the whole world and society has us convinced that it is. That being said, have a lovely day. Deuces.
I'm being spammed.
I shall return,
My phone
everyone.
is vibrating in my lap.
Be gentle with each other. And love yourself. It is possible to love other people without loving yourself. I know people say you can't love someone else until you love yourself, and that's bullshit. But that's a whole nother video. So thanks for watching. Now it's going to take 5 minutes to end the stream.